Hello, every pony. Oh, the music's not on. Hello. Oh, hello, every pony. Good evening. Every pony. Yeah, you know. You know, every pony. Every pony. Howdy, every pony. No, that doesn't sound like her. Howdy, every pony. Howdy, every pony. Howdy, every pony. I ain't a brony. Every pony, I'm okay. Well, you guys don't like My Little Pony. What, you think you're too good for My Little Pony? I fucking love My Little Pony, guys. But I only care for, like, the main series, My Little Pony. You know, with the main 6 and stuff. My favorite pony is Rarity. And then Starlight Glimmer. I'm not a knower. You could be a knower. It's never too late. I remember when I got into My Little Pony, it's because I got really sick and I didn't go to school for a week. So I found a YouTube video. It was one video that was the entire first season in HD, and I watched it for a week. And then I think they had season 2 as well, and that's what I did while I was sick for a week, and I was like, this shit's all right. Pegasister? I like the word brony better though. No one fucking uses Pegasister. Plus, I ain't pegging a sister. I ain't pegging anybody. How dare you not like the background characters? I don't give a shit about the background characters, man. I don't care. But I love My Little Pony. That shit's awesome. I like Rarity, Starlight Glimmer, Applejack. Those are my faves. I wish I was pegging us. Nah, I don't. I don't got that in me. I could never be a top, unfortunately. I could never be a top. I don't have that in me. I also don't want to. No background characters, but you just, hey! Applejack is part of the main 6. I think, I know she's like on the bottom tier of like favorites, and I think that's just because people are homophobic. People are sexist and homophobic and have no taste. Sorry, but the most popular ones are the ones I do not like. They're like the most annoying ones to me. I don't like them because I think Beni, you're not saying you have bottom energy, are you? I always do. Fuck. I very commonly say I am a bottom and a sub, and I would never be a top or a dom. That's not even like, I don't know why there's stigma against having bottom energy, because like you're either one or the other or switch, man. There's gotta be at least 30% of people, you know what I mean? And that's a lot of people. Nah, man, Princess Luna is the best and most underrated. Princess Luna is awesome, but she's pretty popular. She's more popular than Applejack for sure. I was commenting more on her lack of attention compared to the other characters. I think she gets plenty of attention. Obviously she's kind of more responsible and level-headed than the rest, so she's just not loud about it. One of my favorite lines from her is when she had an episode and she's writing her letter to Princess Celestia, and then because they made it so that all the other ponies were writing to Celestia instead of just Twilight, and she's like, "Dear Princess Celestia, I was right. I was right about everything." That one's the best one. She's so funny. But yeah, I think the most popular ponies are Pinky and Rainbow. And I'm sorry, they fucking annoy the shit out of me. I don't give a shit about them. I do not give a shit about Pinky and Rainbow. My bad. I think Fluttershy is pretty popular too, but I like of the main 6, my favorites are the 2 least popular, which is Rarity and Applejack. And I ship them together. That's some good Yuri. That's some country girl and city girl Yuri. Shy girls are always popular. I mean, but Rainbow is the most popular, which is weird to me. I don't know. I find them very annoying. Main 6 always be popular, but my favorite is Rainbow Dash, then Applejack. Yeah, I feel like if I had watched the show when I was a child, definitely my favorite would have been Rainbow Dash. But as a grown-ass adult, she just annoys the shit out of me. Artie is a tomboy and loud, which catches the eyes the most. I mean, I guess so. She's also really annoying. You can be a tomboy and not be really fucking annoying. But yeah, and then so I like Mary the most, and then I like Starlight Glimmer. I really like Starlight Glimmer, guys. Like, she entered the scene, and then they Vegeta'd her, and then she was at the school, and I was like, wow, I love Starlight Glimmer. I love a morally, like, kind of neutral, kind of iffy kind of guy. Funny, I watched it as an adult, and yeah, she is annoying, but it's too cute, then it's Nightmare Moon for me. I don't find her, I think she's just annoying. That's okay. I know Rainbow Dash is really popular. You don't say, yeah? I think someone like Pinkie Pie would be annoying as hell to actually be around. I feel like in real life, obviously it would be toned down because Pinkie's a lot. So in real life, a person like Pinkie's great. An optimist. I need more optimists in my life because I'm a fucking pessimist. All my friends are like optimists. I am the pessimist. So I need optimists to like bring me up. But since they take that and make it insane to the max in Pinkie, I'm just like, oh, you're a bit much. Riverjack is so Ginchika Yuri Riverjack. Gijinka Riverjack is like creme de la creme. Oh, peak. I love Riverjack. Riverjack is so I love Riverjack. Oh, we're talking MLP. Heck yeah. I'm a MLP enthusiast. Guys, if you were in MLP, would you be an Earth Pony, a Pegasus, or a unicorn? You can't be an alicorn because those are princesses only. I do like the Rarity ship. I was pretty mad at the ending. Oh man, don't even fucking. The way they insinuated that Applejack and Rainbow. No. What fucking show are you watching? It's Rarijack, bro. In the fucking Equestria Girls cartoon, they fucking ship Rarijack. Like, are you sick to your mind, you fuck ass? I never really interacted with it that much, but you're just on my tail and I've learned about it all via osmosis. And you know what? That's better. But they made RD butch. I remember. I mean, she is pretty butch. What's that old brooding stereotype? I don't know what you're talking. Old brooding stereotype. Explain. I have never seen an episode, so I have no clue what faction I am. So like Earth ponies are like of the earth. They don't have any magic, but they're stronger physically than other ponies, and also they're on like the lowest caste system when it comes to both monetary like capital and power in the world of ponies, which kind of sucks. And the unicorns are all the like hoity-toity city folk. They're magical. They're like the scholars. They're the wizards. They're like that kind of shit. And they think they're really hot shit. They're also like the more like supposedly like intelligent ones and like the geniuses and stuff like that. And the Pegasi are like the sporty like jock types. They're like sporty. They're fast. They're quick. They control the weather, which is their one magical power. Oh, the brooding emo type. I feel like there could be an emo in either the unicorns or the earth ponies. I don't think there would be an emo Pegasi, but like, yeah, unicorn. No, not that kind of unicorn. VTuber fans. What what the fuck? There's a caste system. There's like sociopolitical. Oh yes, and it's part of the story. I hear in the new 3D cartoon they like kind of shit on everything that the old main six established and brought back pony racism. So I'm not a big. I don't watch that one. No, I just know the Earth pony is. I've always thought I want to be a Pegasi, but I feel like I would be an Earth pony. I would never be a unicorn. I mean, beyond the fact that they all live under a non-democratic dictatorship, yeah. And the fact that the royalty status can be passed to seemingly anyone, because Twilight's not even related to Celestia and Luna. Like, it's kind of weird. I don't know. And then there's Cadence, who's like the queen of the crystal ponies, who are their own thing. And I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. There's also water ponies. Seahorses. The ponies are racist. Between the Earth and the Pegasi and the unicorns back in the day, there was more. And then when MLP starts, they've already gotten past that. But there's still some tension sometimes. And we learn about it. Let's just do this. I seen her getting it handed to her. Yeah. Back in the day. And she was ready to Cadence because her brother wanted that princess booty. Okay, the Cadence song goes so hard though when she's getting married and Queen Chrysalis is pretending to be her. That's a good song. The show not originally aimed for like preteen girls. Bringing in racism is wild. I don't even know if it's for preteen. I think it's for kids. But yeah, I mean, it was like, it was just teaching, but it was like teaching that like they worked together and created a better society, obviously, because they used to be separated into the three factions. And then I think Celestia and Luna kind of brought everybody together and was like, hey, let's stop being mean to each other and holding out on each other so we can make a better society or something like that. Because like the unicorns used to just do magic willy-nilly and not really care, and then all the Earth ponies were like, hey, we're the only ones that are doing all this farming shit, like you guys should be more like blah blah blah. But the unicorns like, okay, but we're doing everything else because we're magic and we're cool. And all the Pegasi were like, oh, we're the ones controlling the weather, so that's all the work that we do. But then they all came together and they make a big holiday out of it. Okay, but where was the episode about unionization and anti-capitalism? I'm sure there was. I don't remember every episode. Riding in division to drive in the point that everyone should stick together. Yeah. Then no, I don't know. I don't think they have that in My Little Pony. Also don't know if we're supposed to say that. But yeah. Oh, I was a brony. Yeah, I was a brony. I was a brony. A brony. I fucking hated the Equestria Girls though. That shit was ugly. I feel like I didn't have to hate it. I feel like I could have liked it if they just didn't make it ugly. Well, no, that's actually a false. I hated the entire concept of it. Cause like, I really didn't like that it was about high school. Cause Twilight and her friends were clearly adults. Like they were clearly adults, so why would you put them? Cause Twilight retains all her memories of Pony World. Like she's the only one. She goes, that is actual Twilight. She's going back and forth between Pony World and Equestria Girls. So like, she knows what high school is. She's gone through schooling. She made a school. So I'm just kind of like, girl, you know you're not a high schooler, but you're falling for a whole high school boy, and you're an adult. You like when MLP starts, you're writing your like college dissertation, like your master's. Like that's why you went to Ponyville in the first place. You're not a high school student. I don't know. I thought it was really stupid, and I was like, why would Twilight care about being prom queen? She's got more shit going on in life. And I didn't like that Spike was a dog. That was weird because he's like her little brother assistant. That was weird. Beni Pony OC is out there. I used to draw that myself. I used to draw ponies all the time. The first one was good, but yeah, it was clearly a cash grab for merch. Welcome in. Hi. Hold on. Does that mean that Equestria Girls is an isekai? Technically, yes. Sunset can have the human world. Yeah, that was better for Sunset. But I like Twilight and Sunset. Like for Twilight, my favorite ship with Twilight is Sunset Shimmer. Cause damn, them girls are lesbians. Damn, Sunset's in love with her. I also like Twilight and Starlight, but that's mainly just because I find Trixie annoying. Actually, well, I mean, technically it is, but like Twilight can go back and forth. She's not stuck anywhere. She goes back and forth. So I don't know. Is that an isekai still? Maybe. I forgot about Trixie. Well, how could you forget? She makes her presence so known all the time. Why isn't Discord saying I'm live? Discord's not pinging my live. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hello? There's no. It's been like 22 minutes. I will just do it manually. Did the bot break? I guess so. It could have broken when I was gone. I mean, Inuyasha. Yeah, does Inuyasha count as isekai? Because Kagome could go back and forth whenever she wanted. Is that an isekai? Probably a Discord problem per usual. Well, when was the last time it pinged someone? It pinged Yuri's stream at 5:34 p.m. So, I don't think so. I don't think so. There it is. No, that's just because I did it manually. I did that with my own hands. Hi, welcome in, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know why my chat box keeps reverting back to top chat by default. I don't like top chat. I like seeing live chat. I wish to see the live. Show me the live. Chat sucks. That's you. Top chat, yeah. It's true. I agree. Damn. Damn. I know you see somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. I'm gonna hide now. No, you're good. Live life, be there. How was the trip? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, Master Bruce. I went to New York. My sister got married in New York. I went to New York. I don't like traveling. I don't like being in a plane. I don't like being away from my home and my cats and my bed. So it was already a lot. The second best York. What's the first best York? Fun, congrats. Oh, it was not for fun. Why? No, you don't have to apologize. It's fine. You don't? No, I really don't like traveling. I don't really find joy out of being away from my house. So I got on a plane. Okay, so it was a lot easier for me. I planned it so that I just had to go to my cousin's house, and then my cousin drove us to the airport, and then we got on the same plane, and then we went to Chicago, and then we had a 2-hour layover, and then we got on a plane and we went to New York. we went to New York, and I did that because then I could just follow my cousins around and I didn't have to do shit. Because then once we got to New York, my cousin rented a car because the venue for my sister was a 2-hour drive away from the airport. Yay. And it was really great though. I was worried no, you're fine. I was actually really happy that like, cause I tagged around with like 2 of my cousins like the whole time, and they're a bit older than me by like 5 and 8 years. And so see, I usually am the oldest person in my friend group, so like I'm kind of in charge. I feel like I'm in charge a lot and I have to do a lot of stuff and plan and organize, but because I'm the youngest, I got to be the baby. And it was great. It was awesome. That's a big age gap. Yeah. They're like quite older than me. So like it was awesome that I didn't have to do anything because they did everything. So yeah, we got there pretty easily. I mean, I haven't gone on a plane trip that's been over like 2 hours probably in like a decade. I haven't traveled because I don't have money. So I mostly have only gone places that are like under 2 hours away by plane. So like the first plane was like 4 hours and the second plane was like 2 hours. I was really tired. I really don't like being in a plane. I get really paranoid and anxious on planes, like I'm gonna die or something, and I never feel comfortable to sit in a plane. Like my arms hurt, my legs hurt, my back hurts, and yeah, I don't know. I hate being in a plane. And so we got to New York, so that was pretty simple. The first traveling half, and then drove to the venue. Met my mom at the hotel. I stayed with my mom and her friend the whole time. It was me, my mom, and her friend in one hotel room, and so obviously because they are old fucking ladies, they got the 2 beds, and because I'm not old, I had to sleep on the couch bed. But the couch bed mattress was so thin I could feel the wood, I mean the metal on my back, and oh, my back hurts so much after that trip. I feel better watching Plane Disaster now. Oh no, you can ask for an extra mattress? I don't think so. It wasn't a very good hotel because my sister had her wedding kind of out in like the boonies because she's one of those like normie millennial beige type women that like to have their aesthetically pleasing weddings in like hipster, oh this is like, oh this looks natural. Kind of like a aesthetic cabin, you know, like those people that like have those really expensive fancy vans that they go glamping, you know, that's my sister's kind of vibe. So oh, those times. Yeah. The couch bad, yeah, that's usually the thing. Yep, I know those people. And then, you know, so this hotel was like, it was quote unquote the best in the area, but it looked like, I was like, is this a historical hotel? And guys, my mom got the best room because my mom's, you know, affluent, and she you know, she got like the best room, which is the suites, and the suites were downstairs in like the basement. There were no windows. Balls. Thank you for becoming a member, Pro B. Welcome in. So our hotel room didn't have any windows because we were downstairs. I was shocked. So like whenever it was like we had to go to sleep, complete darkness. Whenever I had to wake up, I couldn't tell what time it was, and it was confusing my body. So with all respect, your sister, oh yeah, my sister's like the most basic B, but like, you know, that's fine. Sounds scary a little bit. And then the bathroom, dude, like the shower, the bottom wasn't a tub. It was the floor, the tile floor that was the same as like continued on from the rest of the bathroom. So the entire bathroom, including a shower, was the same floor. So like whenever someone took a shower, the floor was sopping wet. I was like, what the heck? So not a walk-in, no, not even a tub. Like it was the floor. Like there was a drain hole on the floor, but it just didn't work very well. So like we always had like wet fucking feet, dude. So anyways, I stayed with my mom and her friend. And then that night, I got some food, and then I took a shower, and I changed, and then my sister had like, what's it called when it's like the dinner before the wedding? Went to like this brewery, and she got like really nice pizza, and we got some free drinks. Did you book a room in a prison? What the fuck? No, it was the best room in the hotel. So then we had pizza, and then hi, welcome in, and then oh, I like free drinks. Oh, there was drinks the whole weekend, brother. Free drinks the whole weekend. I was like, whoo, yeah. I didn't get drunk though, but like, you know, I had some. So then we had pizza and drinks, and then that was the end of that night. And then the next day, Saturday, was my sister's wedding. So, but it wasn't until we didn't have to gather till 3 for like some family photos. So before that, I met up with my cousin again, and ole mole. Oh my god, Starmont Chico, thank you for gifting subs. Oh my god, that's so nice of you. Thank you. If you received a gifted sub, please say thank you. Sounds like free drinks would be needed to get through a wedding in the middle of nowhere. I mean, to be honest, so my sister is like me in that we both have OCD, and we have like micromanagement issues. And I say issues because they are issues because we tend to overdo it when people aren't really asking for it. Like we both have tried to manage our issues. So my sister was her own wedding planner, and she had she sent me the schedule. She had things planned out for every 15 minute like intervals. So yeah, that is who she is. So then after I woke up, I went to have brunch with my cousin and his boyfriend at a little restaurant, or like, it was really cute. That's where I got my French onion soup. I posted that in the Discord. Hi, welcome in. Welcome. So was it a white wedding or just a regular dress wedding? What does that mean? No, it's a white wedding. My sister is very traditional in that sense. She's always wanted like the picture, like Hallmark picture kind of wedding business going on. I had brunch, then I went back to the hotel, got ready, then I went to the wedding venue to help out a bit. Because I was on videotape duty, in that I just went around and I kind of filmed everything on my little 90s camcorder, because she wanted that vintage look, and I was like, okay, well, I do have this camcorder. In a sense, like the theme, it was still formal. And so I was just doing that. I was filming things here and there. And then and then it was time for some family pictures, and so we did that. And I made my sister, because she really wanted these things for wedding toppers on her cake. She wanted this Korean thing. I can't really explain it, but it's just this Korean thing that she wanted, that she couldn't find like a wedding topper version. And she was like looking everywhere, but my you know, they're normies, so they don't really know shit. So she was like, I can't find these anywhere, like blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, I could just make that. I was like, I can make that. So in Korean tradition, when you get married, you receive these wooden carved wedding ducks. There's certain colors you use, certain patterns you use, and certain things you do use to symbolize the groom duck and the bride duck. But they're very large, but she wanted versions to put on top of a cake. And she's like, I don't know if they sell that. I've never seen that before. I don't like any of these. They're too old school. Oh, this one's too modern. And then I was like, oh, I mean, I can make that. And obviously I don't have money, so I'm not giving my sister any gift or anything. So I was like, oh, this can be my gift. So, wait, what? They're Korean wedding ducks. You can just Google it. When you get married in old Korean tradition, you received carved wooden ducks with certain colors and patterns for like the bride and groom, and they look a certain way. And my sister really wanted them, but she wanted like cake topper versions. So I, being a cool swag internet person, was like, oh, I can just make that. And she was like really excited because like that was like the one thing she couldn't get. And like, I know art people, I know craft people. So I was like, okay, I'll get one friend in South. Okay. That, like, when Korean people are talking, that's kind of a dumb question to ask. South Korea. Just don't ever bring up the other one, because the Korean person's not gonna react kindly to that. South, I'm only talking about South. I only know about South. I don't, yeah, just, it's a little insensitive. Just everything's South Korea. Okay. When we say Korea, we mean South Korea. Honestly, when you normalize gifting ducks, no, it's really cute. Like, I also really like the wedding ducks. I think my sister took the ones that my parents had because they're divorced. So who cares? You carved it yourself or calmed it? So I had one friend. Oops, sorry. No, you're good. Learning moment. Most people don't. I still get that constantly anyways. I'm always telling people not to do that. So then I know one friend that 3D prints. So I was like, oh, I'll have my one friend 3D print, and then I'll have my other friend do the painting. But I'm going to design it. So I designed it all on my computer. I made sure it was a cuter shape, and I made sure it was the right size for a cake. And then I got all the patterns. I found the colors, and I designed it, and I ran it by my sister, and she's like, oh, this is perfect. And then sent it to my friend who 3D printed, sent it to my other friend who painted, and I brought it back, right? And you know, they're supposed to be on top of a cake, so they're quite small. They fit in my hand, right? So to transport it, because I was going to be on a plane and I didn't want to crush them because they're quite small, I put them, so I had like a roll of duct tape, right? You know, those big cardboard rolls. It was almost done. So I just used that roll, put them in the middle of it, and then wrap that in saran wrap, plastic wrap, so that they wouldn't really like move around, right? And then I put that in my suitcase. But because that, they kind of look like garbage, I think. So I gave that to my sister, opened it, she saw it, she loved it, gave it to her. We wrapped it back up so it wouldn't get damaged. She brings it to the wedding venue. And then when it's time for the cake reveal, I'm kind of looking, because she had the cake reveal kind of away from the rest of us, because it was like, just the venue was like that. And I was looking and I was like, I don't see the ducks, because I wanted to take a picture and like film the ducks. And then they go away and she comes back out and I'm like, hey, I want to take a picture of the ducks when you bring the cake out, so that I can take a better picture close up. And she was like cussing, and she was so mad. My sister doesn't cuss, right? And she was like, they fucking lost the ducks. The venue lost the ducks. She's like, I gave it to them, and I was like, these are really important. My sister made these. They're for the top of the cake. And the venue was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. They lost the fucking ducks. And I was like, maybe they'll show up, like they'll send it to you after the wedding. And she's like, no, she thinks they must have tossed it because of the way it was wrapped up, because we were trying to keep them safe. And I'm just like, bro. And she was so mad because she's someone like me who organizes things down to every 15-minute intervals, and like every single thing is planned out. When something goes wrong, it's just like so crushing and annoying. And I'm like, it's fine, I can get them made again, it's fine. She's like, no, but it's the fact that you made them and they're like the ones, and I couldn't even get a picture of them on my wedding cake. Yeah, she was crashing out mildly, but I was like, I will make new ones, you can order another cake, we'll take another picture. And out of curiosity, is there a significance on why were ducks chosen for the... I don't know. I like them though. I'm thinking maybe for the colors, because maybe Korea has a lot of ducks. I don't know, but they're cute. It's always wooden. And But as I was making them, I was doing a bit more research, and I was like, some of these traditions we can just not do, because I was reading it and they're like, traditionally, the bride duck has a cord tied around her beak. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. You know, because you're supposed to be quiet and subservient and shit. And I'm like, fuck that. Are they very time consuming to make? I think the painting takes the most, because I didn't do the painting, which is going to be the most time consuming. And I already did all the designing, so I don't actually have to do anything else. I just need to pay my friends to make it again. But when I do make it again, I think I'm going to make the cake topper ones and then ask them to make bigger ones so they can have them on display and not have them like fall around and disappear. So maybe I'll have 2 sets. But yeah, I've always liked the wooden ducks from the wedding traditions. I think they're really cute. There's a lot of Korean wedding traditions I do not like. As for an event planner, I would never recommend the bride or groom be the planner just because there's already so much stress in them, but I totally get wanting to. Yeah, she's crazy, but she's also done it before. She's organized our cousin's wedding, and her best friend's wedding. And so she organized her own, and she's really good at it. Like, honestly, this was the best wedding I've ever gone to. Like, because every part of a wedding that you know is boring was so short, and this was the most active dance floor I'd ever seen at a wedding. So like, it was so funny because my uncle's a pastor, so he was the one that was officiating the wedding. And she was like, "Uncle, you have 15 minutes, no more. Do not go into a spiel about like other things. Just get to the point and then officiate. You have 15 minutes." And she did that for like everything. Because during the toast, she was like, "Mom, you have 2 minutes. Bestie, you have 2 minutes. Husband's bestie, you have 2 minutes." So all those parts that I find really boring, they were so short, and they got to the point. They were really good. So it was a good wedding, to be honest. I always get really fucking bored and I hate weddings, but this one was good. My sister planned her own wedding too. Total meltdown. Was there a bouquet toss? I don't remember there being a bouquet toss, to be honest. A lot of things could benefit from a time limit. Oh, for sure. Just manage her with a timer and a bullhorn. She doesn't have it. Well, this is also her, like, so my sister's very rich because she, it's so funny because I was supposed to be like the one with the better job and she was supposed to be the art student, but look, she's very good at people. She's very good at connecting and organizing because her line of work is basically she's always the executive assistant to whoever is the CEO, the president, the vice president. She's booking their flights. She's making their hotel reservations. She's organizing the luncheon. She's, organizing the employees with their events and stuff. Like, so that's literally her job. And she knows restaurants. She knows those kinds of things that she can transfer all those skills over to planning her own wedding. She is horrible with computers. But she's very good at making the phone call. She is also a very scary Karen when she wants something. So that's why she, hi, Haywine. Hi. I love you. I hope you're good. But you're not the assistant regional manager. You're the assistant to the regional manager. Yeah. Oh my God, Illy too. Yeah. So she was that at Google, and she was that at some other places that were very high up. And she's like, "Oh, I'm changing to a different company because this is like so much work, and like I'm gonna take a little bit of a pay cut, but it's gonna be like less work, and it's just like another 6-figure job." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And it drives me crazy because she's very much a traditionalist and conservative, and she doesn't like that. She doesn't want to be earning more than her husband. And when she was still dating, she was like, "I just feel like men are intimidated by how much money I make, and like I feel like that's not good." And I'm like, "They suck. They're pussies then." Like when she was trying to get a car, even she was thinking about getting a Tesla, which like whatever, fuck Tesla. And she was like, oh, but I don't want to get a car that's gonna like intimidate men because it's like so expensive. And I'm like, they're pussies then. What? She's so, I don't know where she comes from. I don't know how she ended up so like traditionalist and conservative. I'm like, dude, men would love to have a woman that makes as much money as you do. Cybertruck most intimidating is it'll probably crash before you. Some guys wouldn't even care if the significant other makes a lot. Yeah, but she wants to be like in the position of the wife that makes less. I don't know, because she wants to not work. She wants to become a housewife and she wants to have a baby and then stop working. And I'm like, are you crazy? You make 6 figures. You should never totally give another person all, like, drives me crazy. Someone gets caught driving a stolen Tesla, doesn't make it an Edison. What? Never give someone yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. She doesn't take your job for granted, Holly. Yeah, I'm like, you have such a good job. Like, you're really good at it. And like, whenever you want to go somewhere else, you know someone there that wants you to be there and like respects you, and you're making 6 figures. And like, she's already gotten to a new company that like, she basically keeps going to a new company that's even better than the last, and like better conditions, better work. And she wants to give it up to be a housewife. Look, there's nothing wrong with being a housewife, but don't give up a 6-figure job that's chill to be one. Yeah, she's a good dependent person. I don't know why she's so big on not doing anything she's gonna get. No, it's not that she doesn't want to do anything. She wants to put her all into, because you're not doing nothing if you're a housewife, bro. Do you know how much being a housewife and a mother is a full-time job, and she wants that to be her full-time job. And I'm like, you guys should be doing that equally, first of all, and you should still like have money. Never leave yourself desolate, because one, I'm not a huge fan of the guy that she's marrying. And so like, I'm like, have safety. Have you not seen our aunts that are in positions because they don't have a job, that they can't get divorced from their husbands because they have nothing? Like, don't be that. Like, and I already know she's trying to get pregnant by spring next year. It's her whole planning. She like want to tell a tea? No, that's a little too personal. Not because it like affects me in any way, but because I don't want to dox myself. Like she okay, so she's gonna get a small dog, and then she's gonna get pregnant, and then she's gonna have the baby, and then she's gonna get a big dog. They've already got their house. Yeah. It's all in the plans. And when she has baby, she wants to not work, and I'm like, because he does make more than her, so I mean, he's plenty rich enough, but like, I don't know, I don't really trust him particularly. I don't, he's not straight up bad, but I don't have the best impression of him, because one, I've only hung out with him like 4 times, and like the very first time they ever came to visit for like a holiday, they were supposed to show up together. Like, I was picking them up from their hotel, and only she comes down, and I'm like, oh, where's your boyfriend? And she's like, oh, you know, he got upset about something, so he's just like staying at the hotel, you know, he has some anger issues. I'm like, oh, red flag. Oh, she's not gonna stay with this one. And then lo and behold, they fucking got engaged in a year. They got engaged in a year. But it's because she's like older. She's older, and she's so obsessed with like being too old to have a baby. She's like, oh, I'm so old. And my God, my sister is in her 30s, okay? She's not so old. And she's like, I'm so old. My friend's already married and they have babies right now. I need to be married and have a baby. And she was obsessed. She was obsessed with finding a husband and getting a baby. She had her eggs frozen. Because she like was afraid that they weren't going to be healthy anymore or something like that. And I'm just like, are you crazy? Oh, anger issues. And it's crazy because me and her have talked so much about how our dad has anger issues, and that's one of his biggest flaws. And yet she is married to someone that she says, oh, he has anger issues. I'm like, I can fix him type of sister. And I've told her over and over again, you can't fix people. There are things you can fix, but the entire personality is not one of them. Like, but she don't care. She don't believe me. Oh, she thinks her clock is ticking. Yeah, and she's not that old. Talk about baby fever. She wants family fever, wife fever. Hey, my sister was a bit of a rag with that freezing. Oh, my sister is not perfect. She is a red flag. My sister is crazy. So people gotta be willing to fix themselves. Can't fix the inner problems. Oh yeah, my sister doesn't believe in evolution. My sister doesn't believe in evolution. I discovered this 2 years ago. So ever since my parents got divorced, my sister was a little less religious because, you know, in the Bible, you're not supposed to get divorced. So I guess she just stopped believing in some things. And, but I never really understood how. I guess I knew she was really religious, but I didn't know just how deep that went, because I'm like, yeah, she's really religious, but she's also a modern woman with a brain. So we were having this conversation at my dad's place, and we were talking about, well, first of all, we were talking about gay people, and you know, I'm gay, but they don't really know. Well, my sister knows that. My dad doesn't know that. I'm bisexual. And so we were talking about how, like, I was just like, oh, like, I accept gay people, you know? But then they're like, oh, but like, I don't think they should, you know, talk about it in schools. I'm like, well, so, you know, some people, if they had known that gay was okay in school, they wouldn't have killed themselves. And she's like, oh, I don't think it's that extreme. I'm like, no, like, there are kids that do that. Like, oh, I just don't think it belongs in schools. I'm like, you go to drag shows all the time. And she's like, yeah, but like, you know, that's like, you know, it's enjoyable. And then one of our cousins was getting gay married. And she's like, oh, you know, I want the best for him. And I'm like, but at the end of the day, you think it's not normal. And she's like, I mean, you know, if you're watering it down to that, I'm like, but that's what you're saying. Like, at the end of the day, they can be your entertainment, but you don't think they're normal. And she's like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, she's like, because, you know, in the Bible. And I'm like, do you believe everything you read in the Bible? And she's like, well, you're supposed to, because like, that's the Bible. And I'm like, well, the Bible is like a one big story, you know? Like, for me, I view the Bible not so much as a historical text, but as like Aesop's fables, where they're meant to teach you a lesson, and a lot of things are metaphors, but they're not literal, right? And so I'm like, okay, so if everything's supposed to be true in the Bible, do you think that everybody is a descendant of Adam and Eve, so we're all incest babies? And she's like, no, like, there were like other people that they made, and blah blah. And I'm like, no, because the Bible says there was Adam and Eve, and then they had their spawn, and so we're all incest babies. And she's like, well, no, that is not what it means. Like, and then I was like, okay, then what about like the dinosaurs, you know? And she was like, I was talking about evolution. And she was like, you really think that we like came from like monkeys and stuff? And I was like, do you believe we got put on Earth as fully formed human beings? And she's like, yeah, because like God made us. And I was like, we have proof of evolution. Like, I don't, like, then when did the dinosaurs happen if we were just put on here fully formed? And she was like, oh, no, like, you know, he put humans on here first. And I'm like, the dinosaurs were before the people, and we have bones. And that's how I found out my sister didn't believe in evolution and didn't believe in dinosaurs. I was like, there's no way. We went to the same schools. Well, some of them. There's scientific proof. I don't know. I've lost you. I've lost you, sister. Like, that truly shocked me, because I never thought she was that deep. I really didn't think she was that deep. I thought she had a good head on her shoulders, and was smart. But the fact that she doesn't believe in evolution, I think she believes that at some point there were dinosaurs. But I don't know. Not if she thinks God just put humans on the earth. Some people have those wonky thoughts. Some people, that's some click moment in their lives, they just go 180. I think even Christians that believe in evolution, dinosaurs, they don't really contradict that. Oh, for sure. Because I believe in a lot of good Christians, because I know some where, like, you know that the Bible isn't historical facts. It is a fictional work that's meant to teach lessons. Sister may have some oats. T-Rex wasn't real, Benny? Sad. It's just confusing to me. It's so confusing to me. But yeah, I know she's gonna get pregnant soon. She wants a baby real bad. But she's on the other side of the country, so I'm very concerned about baby, because I know that she's gonna be one of those people that, one, is gonna have a gender reveal for sure, and two, I feel like that she's one of those people that if she has a boy, she's gonna put them in like little suits and put little shirts on them that's like future like Playboy, you know, like she's gonna be one of those, and she's gonna be a boy mom for sure. And then if she's a girl, it's gonna be only frilly dresses, tutus, pink, sparkle glitter princesses, and that's like, she won't expose them to anything else. And I was like, I need to get in there. But I'm gonna be across the country, so I don't think I can. Yeah, I would be the real cool aunt, but I can't. I'm not gonna go over there. I mean, she wants to bring it to me. Okay. Yeah, these all good. There's good lessons about. Yeah, that's why I like VeggieTales. VeggieTales was the best part of Sunday school. I grew up extremely religious. I went to church every Sunday and also a random weekday of the week, all the way up till college. And I hated it and it was awful. But VeggieTales was the best part of Sunday school. And the reason why I like VeggieTales, and I think VeggieTales carries over even now, is because VeggieTales was all about teaching good lessons and not so much the Bible. You know, because they didn't have to be like, oh, you have to do like this because God says so. It's like, you have to do this because it's a nice thing to do, and kind people do this. And I'm like, I like VeggieTales. Also fun songs. And there's Larry. It was like funny. Bible study was fun. Yeah. Not for me. Sucked balls. I just liked singing. I like singing at church. That's where I learned how to sing. But yeah, I mean, like, it was the same as why my parents always sent me on mission trips and Christian camp, Bible camp. I always went to church camp over the summer and did summer school. I never had a free summer, because whenever I asked if I could do nothing that summer, they said, no, absolutely not. That's a waste of time. And their favorite thing to say to me was, you're having too much fun. My parents literally told me that all the time. You're having too much fun. As if that was a bad thing. So, you know, my lack of joy and my lack of happiness, I inherited from my parents. What was I saying? Yeah, anyway, so church camp. They always sent me on missions trips to, like, they wanted me to come back like a holy person. But, like, it's like I go in them and I do nice things to be a nice person, not because I want my soul to be saved, not to spread the word or anything. And I come back and I'm the same person. What did that mean? No fun allowed? Exactly. And actually, church camp was pretty baller. I had a good time because guess what? I was away from home in a cabin with a bunch of my friends who we equally did not give a shit. You know, the first time I ever saw Yaoi was at church camp because some girl snuck in all her manga, and there was like Shonen Ai, there was BL, and I was like, this is awesome. You brought gay manga to church camp. And we were all drawing our like OCs and shit. It was awesome because we didn't have someone watching us. And they're like, next year we'll come back and we'll be in the same cabin again and we'll share our yaoi again. And I was like, yeah. Well, at least remember one passage, you're fine. I won a trophy at church camp once for memorizing the most Bible verses. And it has nothing to do with my devotion. It was just that I enjoyed memorizing things for fun. So I won a trophy for that as a child. I remember in in middle school, 7th grade, we were doing like a memorization contest, and we had to like recite whatever we memorized in front of the whole class. I memorized and I recited the entirety of the Dr. Seuss book, Fox and Socks. That was fun. Church girls and band girls, I was both. I wish I had the power of liking memorizing things. I think my power of memorizing things when I was a child nuked my memory, and now I'm shit at remembering things. And now I suck at it. It's not good. No green eggs? No, my favorite's Fox and Socks. My favorite is Fox and Socks. Fox in socks. Knocks in box. Fox in socks on knocks in box. Fox in socks on knocks in box. Something. Chicks with bricks come. Chicks with blocks come. Chicks with bricks and blocks and socks come. Chicks. Anyways, I don't remember it now, but I like Fox and Socks. I liked a lot of the Dr. Seuss books. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the Grinch. But it's just, I think Fox and Socks was easier to memorize because they were much smaller words and rhyming. But yeah, that was church camp is also where I first, I got stung by a bee for the first time. And it was when I was blindfolded and I was doing a 3-legged race with a friend. And then I was blindfolded and I suddenly had this horrible pain on my shoulder and I screamed but I couldn't take off my blindfold. And my friend was like, "Oh my God, you have a bee on you." And I was like, "Ah!" I was so afraid of bugs. And then I couldn't go in the pool because I had a sting, and that sucked. But church camp, we would like swap CDs, iPods, manga. Back when we used to buy manga, dude, and we like I feel like the first girl I ever met. That was where I met the first girl who like drew anime, you know? And I was like, oh my God, I want to draw anime. Oh my God, can you teach me how to draw anime? And then we learned how to draw anime. Did you ever bootleg any manga? Oh, I was reading scanlations. I was getting viruses on my family computer trying to read Naruto. I saw that church that my grandma works at was having fun and all-nighter for the youth group, and they're going to Dave & Buster's from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. And I'm like, I've been glad to go to Dave & Buster's. Dude, we had a lot of like fun church events. Like, it was always really fun when we did lock-ins at church, which was like we slept over at the church and we just like fucked around, dude. We like fucked around in the kitchen, making pancakes and shit, and then watching movies on the big church screens that like were meant for like services. And then we would do like fake little concerts on like the stage. It was awesome. CDs, Benny? Yeah, I come from an era that we had CDs. I had CDs. I kept all my like elementary school burned CDs. They're in my car. But yeah, like Sunday school always sucked, but like hanging out with friends was awesome. Did you ever CD? Yeah. How else would I listen to my CDs? I had a CD Walkman. I had a boombox. Or like one of those like little radio CD alarm clocks. Who here knows how to burn CD? I could not burn a CD in this day because I don't think computers do that anymore. How did I even do it when I was a kid, to be honest? I don't remember. I don't remember how to do it. Cause was it through iTunes? I think you could burn CDs through iTunes. You can still burn CDs with computers. No, my computer doesn't have a CD slot. They still do. The real problem is having a PC. Yeah, no disk drive. Get through iTunes and Windows Media Player. I think I used that. I used that in iTunes, and then I got an iPod. Okay, guys. What kind of iPod was if you had an iPod, was your first iPod? My first iPod was an iPod Video. I had like a hand-me-down iPod video for my cousin. And I liked it because the screen was bigger. And I put all my Vocaloid music videos and K-pop music videos on it. And it was awesome. Mine was an iPod Touch, iPod Nano, iPod Mini. Mine was a video. There was a Video Nano? That must be so small to look at though. Really, the thousands CDs, my burning software choice was Nero. I still have an iPod Nano hooked up to my car. I found my old iPod video, but it doesn't work well. I did not use iPods. I had a creative MP3 player. Had an MP3 all the way up to high school 2008. Ooh. I despise Apple. Me too. I was given the video but from my cousin, so I hate Apple. Wait, I remember the one I used, Alcohol 120. Oh, I never heard of that. I think the only time Apple was ever like cunty was when they had those big old fucking PCs like back in the day, like old shit. You know those, they had like really cute, like in Legally Blonde, remember? She had like that really cute old Apple computer with like the colorful colors on it and kind of like see-through, like old Nintendos used to be. Those are really cute. Those are really cute. I'm using an iPhone. I have not had, the only reason I have an iPhone is to use as a glorified webcam for VTube Studio. My actual phone has been a Samsung for like 10 years. Oh, yes, those old Macs. Yeah. I had a compact PDA phone in college. I bet you don't know what a PDA is? Public displays of affection. Is that like a Blueberry? Or is that the ones that you can use a tablet pen on? Remember when Blueberries were all the rage? Remember old cell phones that weren't smart? Like, I had the one that like you push the top half off, so you slide it to the side and then there's a keyboard there. I like that one a lot. Did you mean BlackBerry? What did I say? I don't remember what PDA stands for, but I remember what it is. It's like a tablet before a tablet. Oh, BlackBerry Sidekick. BlackBerry is Obama's phone. And then Sidekick is what I had? I said Blueberry. I meant BlackBerry. Personal digital assistant. Oh. I wish we had a Blueberry phone. I found myself aged rapidly when I was talking to someone about old iPods and said, did you mean iPhone? Oh no. I remember, because I was getting into K-pop when smartphones, like it was right before smartphones were taking off because they were still using flip phones and stuff, and K-pops would always advertise for different phones, and I really wanted the LG chocolate for the longest time, but I never got one. I had a Sidekick. Who had palm tops? What the fuck is a palm top? My parents keep expecting me to know how to work everything on their iPhones when I have to remind them that I've been using Android. Same here, dude. My mom's always like, how do you do this on my iPhone? I'm like, bitch, I've never had an iPhone except for this webcam. Sidekick was that slide out phone for texting. I had that. Yeah, I had a Sidekick. It was so swag. That was swag. Sidekicks were swag. Oh, back to the time when we had dumb phones. I was thinking about it recently because like it's kind of in fashion now to buy a dumb phone and like use it, but like I was thinking about it, I could not survive without internet on my phone now. And I was someone who came to smartphones really late. I don't think I got a smartphone until like, honestly don't think I got a smartphone until 2012. Because I just held out for the longest time. I was like, I don't need it. I don't want it. Y'all on your phones for so long. I don't want to be like that. And then my phone died. And so I finally got one. And I was like, oh, now I can't live without this. I need to have the internet on my phone. I eventually needed it. I did. I stayed in middle school where I had both an iPhone and Android. My friend was a freaking Nokia. Dang. My first one was a Galaxy S3. Before that, I was still using a Moto Razr. There were the size of smartphones, even touchscreen. I remember when I was 14 or 13, they got a BlackBerry until then. Real cool machine. Yeah, I had the Sidekick. I think I went from the Sidekick to like a smartphone. But It's kind of like monitors, you know? I've always been like, oh, I'm okay with one monitor. I think we find one monitor. And then I got a second monitor and I was like, oh, I could not live without a second monitor now. But like two's good. And then I got a third one. I was like, oh, I can't live without my third one now. But we had the first Android phone, like the shitty one, but it was hype at the time. So I had a flip out keyboard. Ooh, I'm a big fan of flip stuff. I mean, right now I have the Samsung, I have the Galaxy Flip. So that's because I like flip phones. But I actually wouldn't recommend this phone to people. Sorry. Sister text. How many do you have monitors? I have 3. I have 2 normal horizontal ones and I have 1 vertical one. So the one in front of me is a normal horizontal one. Well, it's got a slight curve to it. And then on the left is another horizontal one. And on the right is the vertical one. Vertical one's for Discord. Because I use my PC for work. Because I work from home. Is the third one a chat monitor to use it? Yeah, the third one's a chat monitor. I mean, sometimes I put shit on it if I need to reference something while I'm doing work. Or doing like an art commission or something. Sometimes, or I put my music up on there too. That's how I was. I might get a third monitor for Discord. Yeah, I use Discord so much I use Discord for work because for some reason my work decided they use Discord for work. And then I have my personal Discord, and then I have VTuber work Discord. So I use Discord a lot. So it needs its own monitor. He taps. I kind of want the full DC monitor, but I think I might get one of those gaming phones just because I do a lot of work on my cell phone. I really want a laptop because technically I can work from anywhere. It's just that I can't pick up my PC and I don't have a laptop. So like I kind of want a laptop so that I can do work from anywhere, but I also don't want to buy a laptop. They're using Discord for work than shitting. I would rather they invest in Slack. So like they don't even get us Discord Nitro and they expect us to pay for it because we'd be sending files back and forth all the time. I'm like, bitch, pay for our Nitro. I think vertical monitors are good for streamers. I agree. Yeah. I also do a double triple monitor layout as well, but it's even more cursed. Standard monitor, drawing tablet, and main laptop. See, I have a drawing tablet, but it's not a screen tablet. It's just a regular tablet because I've been living like that my whole life and I don't think I could adapt to a screen tablet. I've tried and I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. Yeah, Slack gets better, but it's a bit expensive. And yeah, my company fucking cheaps out on everything. My IRL 9-to-5 job. So that's probably why they're not getting Slack. Sorry. My upper management is stupid as fuck. If I got an actual PC, I guess I wouldn't need a second monitor because I could use my laptop as one. No, you have like keyboards in the way. Yeah, monitor, you don't need to use your laptop. They should actually buy at least Nitro for you. They really should. I can't do screenless drawing tabs. That's just how I learned, so I can't adapt. It would take too long for me to adapt to a screen tablet. You say as if not every fucking company isn't cheap. Yeah, no, that's very true.
What laptop do you want, Benny?
I don't know. I haven't looked at any. I'm not good with computers. I don't know what's good. I just need to be able to draw on it and hook up my external hard drive with all my work content. I need to be able to hook up my tablet and use my drawing programs. And I guess if I could stream on it, that would be cool. I don't know. I haven't looked at any laptops in like a really, really long time. It's okay, man. It's okay. I don't need a laptop. I don't need a laptop. It's fine. It's fine. I don't go anywhere. I don't even like to travel. I had a job that used Skype. That's crazy. Hi, Ham. The exception is the ones that aren't cheap as fuck. Yeah. My issue with upper management is that they have no concept of imagination or creativity. And so we as the lower peasant artists, concept artists, whenever they want something, we have to draw like 100 versions of that thing for them to pick like 5. And then they are so bad at imagining and using their brains that we literally have to draw the final version of it, all 100 options. Like, it's like I draw something and they're like, oh, we want like a purple version of that. And I'm like, can you not use your brain? You know, like I can't just make a sketch of something because they can't use their brain. So I have to draw the final version of it, and we have to do that for like 100 different things, and then they'll pick like 5. And, don't get a fucking Dell. Oh, okay. I don't know anything about laptops. Maybe get a refurbished ThinkPad. Those things are pretty good. Cool. What's a ThinkPad? Is that a regular laptop? 5 hours to be better than MSC Simon. No, that sounds like they can't rotate the app. They can't even envision the apple, bro. They can't even see the apple. I literally sent that apple pic to my coworkers being like, they're not even at that point in the apple graph. You want to know the worst part? I cannot connect the wires to my shit directly because my laptop only has 2 ports, both type C. I need a dongle for them, everything. By the way, mine is a Dell. Oh, I see. Oh. But yeah, that's my workplace. They're also just mean, but I would deal with a lot to be able to keep working at home because I love working at home. I hate people. I am a VTuber. HP laptops. I feel like in my life I've only had HP laptops, but I also haven't had a laptop in like I haven't had a laptop since 2020 because that's when I got my PC and I never went back. And it's one of those that tries to compete with Microsoft Surface Pro. Working at home is a blessing. I sometimes hate people. Listen, me working at home is one of the only reasons I can be a corporate VTuber, because I think if I had to go outside to work, I would be way too tired. And also, since I do work from home, I can multitask my VTuber stuff and my work. And like answer messages and stuff like that. Like, I don't know how people work full-time at an office and come back home and be a full-time streamer. I would simply crash out and die. I'm already so busy just doing my full-time job and this job. It's a lot. I also like, I don't want to perform for people. Whenever I work in an office, I feel like dance monkey dance. It's like, I don't want to have to pretend to be nice to people and smile and pretend that I'm busy and deal with people that just don't know shit. You know what I mean? Anyone that's essentially a tablet with a detachable keyboard. Just having an air job is tiresome enough. Yeah, I have an 8-hour job. I work a 9 to 5. Yeah. Depends on how badly they want to make it a career. Yeah. I wish mine could be a career, but I live in a very expensive area, and logistically, I could never not work a IRL job. Like, even if my VTubing job was doing really well, like crazy well, I would never leave my IRL job because it simply isn't stable or permanent enough. Yeah. I was thinking about cool people. My job is cool people. Everybody that's on my level is really cool. Anyone that's above me fucking sucks. They fucking suck. Yeah, it's hard to find jobs now. Oh, trust me. I was unemployed for a whole year before this job, and that was the hardest year of my life. I was basically probably not gonna be able to pay rent. I was living in the dump shitty place. I was running out of money. I was racking up credit card debt, which I'm still paying off. I was at like a really bad depressive breaking point, and then a friend helped me, and I was applying to so many jobs every single day, and I barely got an interview for anything. And even when I thought I did good on the interview, I didn't get the job. I only got this job because my friend works there, and I saw them being like, hey, does anybody think they can fill this role? My job is hiring. I'm like, that's me. And I asked them about it, and they passed on my work and my credentials to their manager, and I didn't even have to really apply. I just went straight to the interview, and I got in. And do you know how much I was so grateful, but like that also really pissed me off because I had been applying for a whole year to jobs. And I get this one because I had a connection and I didn't even have to apply. It really sucks. I really have so much sympathy for people that are job hunting. Like, it sucks. Truly, you have to find an in somewhere with someone you know. That's literally the only way these days. And it sucks so bad. I've been there and I feel so bad. It's so bad. The dark ages, yeah, truly the dark ages. I'm like, my job is in my school after the teacher job, right? Yeah, I was in education for a bit. And then I got cut because of the pandemic, and that was one of the saddest points in my life as well. And then I got another job in like a school district, and then I got cut because of the pandemic. And then I was jobless for a year, but at the very least I had unemployment. And then I got another job that I had for a year, but then when they cut me from that because of budget cuts, I didn't have unemployment because it was a company that was welcome in. It was a company that was overseas, so I didn't qualify for unemployment. So that year after that, that was the hardest. It was so bad. And then I have my job now. It's always about having connections. Truly. That was me for a year and a half after graduating. The pandemic was so great, wasn't it? It was because I had a job as an administrative assistant, the front desk person, essentially at a private elementary school, 2019 to 2020. And I loved that job. The kids were so good and fun, and the teachers were so good and fun. The staff was awesome. It was just upper management. The lady that owned the school was a total bitch. And then the pandemic happened and all the kids had to go home. And because all the kids were at home, they're like, oh, we don't need a front desk person, right? We don't need that because there's no one at the school, even though I'm still filing all their work and I'm doing all this shit. And so they cut me. I was there for a whole year and they cut me. And I was like, okay, just gonna cut me in a pandemic, but okay. They fired me the day before my birthday and I was like, okay, that's cool. I'll just go KYS. That was tough. That was the first time I was ever like really let go from a job. That was really tough. I'll say how I got my current job. I picked up donations from this place and I applied yesterday. I got my application. They had an interview right there on the spot and got the job. That's awesome. Because me picking up the donations, I miss not being expected to be around with people all the time, but I don't miss anything else about it. That's fortunate. We're all just numbers, Benny. Yeah. So then immediately after I lost that job, I got a job at a school district doing more like administrative stuff. And after my probation period in 3 months, they cut me because they truly thought we were going to go back to school in 3 months. And then I think the warning we had for our city went to a higher warning because of the pandemic. And I'm like, we're not going back to school. So they cut me. And then I didn't have a job, and then I got another job. And then, okay, so then I was unemployed for a year and I had unemployment. And then I got a job for the foreign company doing some writing. And I had that for a year, and then I got cut because of budget cuts. And of course they're going to cut the American because I probably charged the most. And then I didn't have unemployment for a whole year, and that was really, really, really hard. Yep. It's so fucked nowadays. Those first months were something else. Yeah. Unfortunate, but yes, it be like that. We are not real. No, we're not. I thought my introverted ass would love lockdown, but then it happened. I was like, oh, but I kind of at least having the option to touch grass. I mean, I enjoyed being at home. I didn't enjoy losing my job is the thing. I did think hard about how much time I was putting into my job though. And that's why I'm so pro work from home now, because I was thinking about it, and there's so much, like, you are not paid for the amount of time outside your job you spend because of your job. Who's paying for my hour to work? Who's paying for my hour from work to home? Who's paying for that gas? Who's paying for all that wasted time? And then I have to get ready for like an hour before work. I take a shower, I put on makeup, and then I drive for an hour. and then I work, and then I drive home for an hour, and then I'm too exhausted to fucking do anything. And then by the time the weekend comes, I'm just fucking wiped. Like, fuck that. Work from home. I love working from home. I would never work from anywhere else. Like, I never want to work for anywhere else. Real. Yeah, it's so funny, the disconnect with like an older generation, because like I am a millennial, but I have a cousin who's like an older millennial, right? And she kept being like, oh, how do you like your job? Like, they always ask me, like, do you like your job? Well, oh, like, do you think you can, like, you think there's a path for you there to go up? And I'm like, I actually don't really desire to advance. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, why, what else do you do at a job? Like, you're supposed to, like, go up higher. I'm like, I don't want more responsibility. I want to do what I am being told to do. And I don't want more responsibility after that. And she's like, okay, but you know, you might not like think like that all the time. And like, you know, if you work really, really hard, I'm sure that they'll like, they'll promote you. If you work hard, like you show them how good of a worker you are. I'm like, I don't desire to work harder than what I'm paid for. And she was like, that is like such a weird way of thinking for like you young people. Like you don't want to show them that like you are gung-ho and like you have this like, you know, you have what it takes to be at the top and that like you're a proactive person. I'm like, no, because they're not paying for that. Why should I waste my time giving them all my time and effort if they're not paying for that and they don't respect me like that? Because, oh, they'll view you better and then you'll get a better position. I'm like, and what about the people that do that and they don't get that? They're wasting their time. Like, I simply, it's like, that's the difference, I think, with your generation and my generation. Like, the thinking is very different. And I'm like, yeah, it is. I don't believe in wasting my time for people that don't deserve it. If there's anything positive that from pandemic was that people learn work from home can be productive mentally. It's true. But then after it, the people, the freaking CEOs were like, come back anyways, because we need to have a power trip and I need to feel like I can boss people around. The only people, like, it's all just CEOs and power trips, man. Like recently in my workplace, our CEO was like, for meetings now, you all have to turn your cameras on. Like, okay, I'm going to show you my crusty ass pajama face. Like, I'm not going to dress up for you, dude. Also, are you gonna pay for webcam? Okay, then you're gonna get my phone. You're gonna get my phone POV, bro. The only reason I care about promotions is about earning more money. Yeah, it would be nice to have more money, but I also don't have time to do more stuff. But of course, companies still need to pay for buildings, so they force people back to the office anyways. Yeah, I found out you get promoted anyways if you've naturally reached level instead of forcing yourself. Yeah, not putting more effort than I'm worth. Yep. I mean, I'm getting off the rat wheel. Yep. And the thing is too, like, I'm like, cause I was telling you, like, I'm doing the bare minimum because that's, and by bare minimum, you know, I'm doing what I signed up for. I'm doing all my responsibilities. I know we call it the bare minimum, but I'm doing all my responsibilities that I have been hired to do. And that should be what's expected. And she's like, if you're doing the bare minimum, like, they're not going to think you're a very good worker. I'm like, they should. Because that's what I'm being paid to do. Like, the moment that clock strikes my hour, I'm like, goodbye. I get hired on my job because I come in and do my job. And then when I asked for a promotion, I got cultured. Even though I've been here for 7 years, I hire new people for the same. That's crazy. Same being paid for. You should get more. Once you get a raise, you're not going to get paid for doing more, so just doing your job is fine. I think I get like a 3 or 5% raise every year. Yeah, so I'll be getting more money anyways. You get mad when you don't go above and beyond and don't want to pay you for doing A and B. They're already giving us more work than is intended. Like, they keep asking me to do shit that I was not hired for. I'm not a graphic designer. Minimum wage, minimum effort. Work smarter, not harder. So that's not even a raise. It's just inflation. It's true. It's true. That's true. And also my rent keeps going up, so it kind of evens out. Yeah, know what I mean? And their bonuses become less and all their gifts become less. It's like, why? They clearly don't give a shit about me. We had like this big meeting like a couple weeks ago, and one of our CEOs was like, oh my god, like we're doing this and this, and I'm taking a pay cut so that we don't go under. And I'm like, that means nothing to me because you make so much fucking money that you don't deserve. So you getting a pay cut, it's not like we're getting the money that you were cutting from yourself. Shut the fuck up. That means nothing to me, you stupid old man. The land must go up except for the working class. Yes. Would you be moving out? I'm probably gonna have to move out next year, unfortunately, because pretty certain they're gonna raise it again. My rent for this year went up $100. And if they do it again next year, I cannot afford that. It's no longer an amount that I'm willing to pay. And I have a friend that our timelines are gonna pretty much coincide at the same time, so we could look for a place together. So it's annoying because I really like my place right now, but I'm probably gonna have to move out after a year. Really sucks. Then you'll have to move to our walls. Shit, man, let's go roomies. Roomie Arik, yeah, she'd be really cool roomie too. She's pretty sway. I'm like, yeah, if we move in together, you can be Boomy. You can be Benny roomie. And she's like, oh my god, it sounds awesome. Cause she likes streamers, so she is aware of the streaming world. Bum 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 bum. Roomie single, JK, yes. She's not my roomie yet though, so who knows in a year's time. Boomy Boki, yeah, I'll be Benny and Boomy. We were getting excited at that. We're like, oh my god, we could like design you a little like a VTuber character, and we'll ask if you can like show up sometimes, because I think that'd be really funny. Boomy. And she knows that I do the R plays and stuff. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to schedule that out, fella, because I can't do that with you in the house. I cannot do that with you in the house, or you will have to cover your ears. Or wear, what's her favorite streamer? She likes Germa. She makes Oshikatsu, like, idle checkies of Germa and carries them around with her. Yeah, she likes IRL streamers. Boomy and Doki live on YT. Come see this amazing duo. So I want to add something I said earlier in the stream. I'm so sorry about that. You're good. Germa sus. Why is that sus? Doesn't everybody like Germa? My favorite streamer is Checky of Germa. Dude, she makes them all the time and she'll decorate them and they're really cute. I like it. But yeah, she really likes Germa. But then when Germa's not around, she watches other people. Girls like Germa. I think she also watches Northern Lion. She likes Ludwig. Maybe not recently. She hasn't been talking about Ludwig recently. Well, I guess you were there virtually for Sumi TX. No? Well, if you were last night, come here. IRL guest appearance. I would never do an IRL guest appearance. I am against showing my IRL body and revealing that. Sorry, I don't like breaking the immersion. Also, I'm highly self-conscious and I am not attractive. I would never do an IRL guest appearance. And you don't have to say anything. I just, I don't even remember who is Germa. He's a guy. I've never watched him. The only thing I ever watched Germa was his Dollhouse series, which was cool. But I haven't seen, I've just seen memes. I also want to punish what I don't know about that stuff. Don't mean to offend you. No, it's okay. No drama in all space. Yeah. IRL sounds too risky. Way too risky. I don't need people to know what I look like. Fair enough, just throwing shit out again. No, you're good. Every woman is beautiful in the same way, probably. He's a guy, you don't say. Not going IRL after TwitchCon this year. Oh yeah. Germa is not simply man. That man's borderline SCP. I think so, yeah. Have you ever watched a video of Germa? I have seen him laugh. I have seen him laughing thanks to her. It's pretty funny. Oh my god, I know it's a Friday, but there's too much happening today. What do you mean there's too much happening? Oh, you mean like streams? Pretty popular day. Our appearance just sounds like a pain in the butt. One, it's like, you know, safety. And two, I don't want people to perceive me ever. I've had my boundaries crossed a lot in previous years where people were following my friends around, trying to find me. Coming up to me and talking to me, even though I said many, many times that I don't want that to happen. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And they continue to do it year after year. So no, I will never tell you if I'm going anywhere, and I will never announce anything, and I will never have a IRL meet and greet. What happened in TwitchCon? There's a IRL streamer named Emiru, and basically a man got past security and her meet and greet line. He didn't have a ticket for the meet and greet, and went up to her and tried to kiss her in the face, and got to her and almost did. And security was really, really bad at reacting. That's what happened. And she didn't even want to do the meet and greet, but TwitchCon basically made her. So yeah. Yeah, dude, for some reason a video off his second channel from 13 years ago popped up in my YouTube. Germas streams, typical pizza work, friends doing Versity Club stuff. I have like 4 streams at once. Ooh, I want pizza. You guys, I was in Chicago. I didn't get to try deep dish pizza. I had a really good hot dog though. I had a really fucking good hot dog. People getting too parasocial, yeah, that's unnerving. I was permission with random people. I don't want to set boundaries. People barely did anything about the guy. Yeah. When was this? This was the most recent TwitchCon. That was like 2 months ago. It took hours for them to finally kick him out. Wasn't he another streamer? No, I think he was just a fan or something. He managed to hurt. Dude, he full on like wrapped his arms around her and he put his hands on her face trying to go in for a kiss. Until like her manager like pulled her away and like the security guard finally pulled him off. There was also that making Chibidogi was forced to face reveal. Yeah. Are deep dish? I don't actually think I would like one, but it's a Chicago thing and I wanted to try. I get heartburn just from looking at it. I heard so much bad stuff from TwitchCon this year, especially. He somehow got banned from Twitch for 30 days, so I assume he was a streamer too. No, they just banned his account. That's literally all they did. Let him get away and lied about it on Twitter. I was going to ask if you tried deep dish pizza and Chicago dogs are good. No, I didn't get to try deep dish, but I had a Chicago dog. I got one called like Super Dog with like a DAWG Super Dog. It was really good. And they had like deep fried vegetables, which was also really good. And they had chili, which was really good. And they had a milkshake that was really good. That was good. It's bad enough somebody made a TwitchCon security similar level of it. In Genshin, you fail if you attack the attacker. No! They're actually checking ID and real face feature inside a more close event kind of makes sense. Yeah, but it's the fact that like it's not the same kind of security everywhere. If it was actually for security, that would make sense. But like the way they asked her to do it was not really for anyone's business except for like, I don't know, it makes sense. Deep dish is okay. I don't think I would like it, but I want to try it, you know? Super dog. But yeah, it was I heard things about TwitchCon, yes. The last time I was at a con, we had to walk from the con to like a place maybe like a mile away. And then I had to walk back to the con to get my car to go home. And that was like at midnight. And I had to ask a guy friend to like walk me the whole way back. He didn't have to, but he did. And I was like, thank God. You guys have to have the buddy system, you know? You gotta have the buddy system. And sad to say, you need to have like at least one good man friend that's gonna stick his neck out for you. That's gonna go on a walk with you, take you to your car. Because it's sad to say, but it's more, people care more if it's a man. Unfortunately, if it's you and your girlfriends, it's not as safe as it like compared to having like one guy friend. Unfortunately, it matters, which sucks. So I'm very #blessed to at least have a few guy friends that would do that for me whenever I go to a con. I mean, no one got drugged. Oh, Oh, people got drugged. People got drugged. Like on the first day, the masquerade. I think. Oh yeah, people got drugged. People got drugged, man. People always get drugged. As much as all of us would love to meet you, your reasons for not wanting to do meet and greets are unfathomably based. Thank you. Did someone else get injured at TwitchCon last year? Yeah, massive pain. Just the presence of a man close already removes a lot of creeps. Yeah, unfortunately. It's very realistic then. In an after party, I kind of hate how sketched downtown cons are. Yeah, it's just very unsafe. You need to make sure you have a guy. Yeah, it does improve the experience a lot. Yeah, they really fucked up the foam pit. Yeah, she was also pregnant and didn't know it and was lost after that ball pit. What? No way. Well, guy and even I carry pepper spray, would recommend. I also have pepper spray. Might be time to bulk up. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. I remember there was the year I went to TwitchCon and I had like, I was there with a few guy friends because that's just who I happen to know. And the day, because I didn't go every single day, the day I didn't go, someone who knew of me, knew my guy friends, hung out with them. And my guy friends call me and they're like, hey, blah, blah, blah's with us. They're trying to meet up with you. And I'm like, that's the person I was telling you about from my chat. Like, that's not my friend. And they had been hanging out with them all day. And I was like, dude, get your ass away from him, dude. And if he shows up, because I was going to go the next day, right? And I was like, well, now I don't want to. He's like, no, you can still come. Now I know what he looks like at least. So like, I can get him to fuck off if he shows up. And I'm like, okay. Okay. So then I went because I didn't want him to ruin my time, right? So I went and I hung out with my guy friends the whole time. And there was at one point where this was a San Diego TwitchCon. There was at one point where we were at the shoujo booth because my friend wanted to meet Zentreya, I think. And we were in line and we were just talking to other people that were there. And then I was talking to him and then suddenly I was with like 3 of my friends and suddenly one of them just yanks me away and we start walking off in the other direction. And I'm like, you Zentreya, you're in line. One of our friends stayed back to save his spot. Don't worry. And then he was like, I was like saying, what are you doing? And he like shut my mouth up. I was like, And then we finally walked away and he's like, sorry, I didn't want you to talk because the guy was there. He's the one that said hi to me and we walked off. And I was like, fucking hell. Fuck. So then we agreed that I would hang out with other people since they already needed my guy friends. So I had to go hang out with other people, which was sad. But big dubs to my friends that kept me safe. Yeah, I'm very grateful to have friends that will keep me safe. Reminds me whenever my parents see my magical dad, they hide me when they see them. Oh, weird. Interesting. That was quite the close call. Yeah, it sucked. It really sucked. That was really annoying and sad. But yeah, just for safety reasons. And it's because I don't want people to know what I look like. I'm just Beni Doki, you know? I don't really like face reveals and stuff. I know it's kind of a contentious topic where like people are like, oh, like you're ruining the immersion, boohoo, blah, blah, blah. And then there's also the argument that like, we're real people too, blah, blah, blah. And I get that. But for me, I personally, for myself and for people that I watch, I don't like it because there's a reason I watch VTubers and not streamers. If I wanted to look at real people, I would watch streamers, but I don't want to. I like characters. I like designs. I like mascots. I like themes. I like aesthetics. I don't want to know what you look like. You know what I mean? I think that matters what the VTuber wants from me. Some are cool with it and others aren't. All there is to it. Exactly. Like if you're cool with it, that's fine. I will never do it. And the people that I enjoy watching and following, don't do it. Because that's just my preference. But if you want to, go ahead. If you don't care about that, that's absolutely fine. I like assets, damn it. I like the whole package, you know? Because when you are a VTuber, the ones I like actually, that I actually watch, have a whole like very concise packaged aesthetic, you know? Everything's designed around their aesthetic. Everything has a purpose and a reason. And if you just post your real normie ass face, it breaks it for me. Because, I mean, that's why I watch VTubers, you know? I used to watch streamers frequently, but they were the type to ironically enjoy anime or talk down. I had never watched streamers in my life. I never even made a Twitch in my life until VTubers 2020. That's how I feel, but then at times you get the urge to want to see them at least once. Not me. I don't want to. Even if I know that person is handsome or pretty or gorgeous, I don't want to know. I don't care. I simply don't care. And it was not fun. So when I found out viewers, it was like my calling. Yeah, like there was a VTuber I really, really liked, and then they became IRL, and then my friend's like, well, you're so lucky because he's like so handsome. And I'm like, well, I kind of miss the I miss the anime guy. I just kind of like that one. It was easy to draw. That's another thing. Anime people are designed so you can draw them. I fucking don't want to draw a real person. You know? I'm not making them fan art. You know what I mean? I don't like that persona broken. After all these years, I've merged them as one now, so it doesn't bother me. How do you feel about VTubers who have or don't mind showing themselves? Also, they're just not going to be my favorite because I don't want to know what my faves, like the ones that I like the most, I tend to like the most, have not shown anything. Or I just ignore it. Or they keep it like on a separate thing so that if you're not seeking it, you won't see it. You know, it's the people that kind of like just post it on me and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, agree, Flapjack. But some, I don't want to know their face. I want to know them as a VTuber. I just think it's not really important. I don't know. I find it hard to believe that for me. I took the plunge down the VTuber rabbit hole 4 years ago. Find what hard to believe, huh? Leaves more to the imagination while some just look badass. Yeah, they put filter on pictures. I mean, I think that's fine. You can put filters on. I use filters on all my pictures because I'm self-conscious, and we live in an age where everybody uses filters. I don't care if you're pretty or you're hot. I don't want to know. I think the it's not that deep. Yes. It's such a weird line because to this day, IRL streamers are more socially accepted and get more followers, but we seem to be seeing a lot more acceptance and parodying it nowadays. Yeah. I don't know. IRL is a lot more popular, but I don't really care because I don't watch them. A lot of them don't tend to be personalities that I enjoy. So there's more options in VTubers for me to enjoy. And a lot of VTubers tend to be more of the creative kind because I like to watch like artists and stuff. So there was a moment in time where I really enjoyed Schlatt. J Schlatt, but that bitch doesn't stream, so I just watch his YouTube videos. We can never see Benny. She's just too serious. I'm not. I'm Benny right here. This is Benny, and this is all Benny will ever look like. If I were to go into streaming, I'd probably do the VTuber route because I don't like how I look, and there are some people. That's what I like about VTubing. You can look however the fuck you want. That's the freedom of VTubing. You can look like whatever you want, and I think that's awesome. I'm a dragon girl. I'm a firefighter. That's cool. I don't want to just be a person. I guess if I never started watching videos, I wouldn't be here. Funny thing to think about, I suppose. We need to see appeal of seeing an anime character that has a whole life. Yeah, same. I love animation. Y'all know that. I would much rather watch animation versus live action. That's probably why I prefer VTubers over streamers. I've been using VTuber because I feel like if I was more confident in my looks, I could do RL, but I love VTuber stuff too. Hey, I mean, if you're a guy, you don't have to be like handsome or anything to be a VTuber. If you're a girl though, you will be crucified at the cross if you're not a supermodel. So, just saying. It is, it'd be like that. And we're just firefighter dogs. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Definitely would never be IRL. I would be ripped to smithereens. Yeah. Ooh, it's raining. Wow. Nice. We are doggos. Yes. Also, it's just kind of scary. for people who are IRL streamers. You can't, like, if you're really famous, people be out there looking for you, trying to hurt you. It's more privacy if you're a VTuber. The unfortunate stigma of women on the internet, either be a porn star or get the fuck out. Yeah. We're dogs. Yeah, you guys are little dogs. Little Dalmatians. Heck, you already had a stalker being just a VTuber. Imagine if you had showed your face. Yeah. Not gonna do that. Never, never, ever. Shit as fuck nowadays for any celebrity. Yeah. I much prefer the privacy that being a VTuber allows you. You know? Your model's bangs, there's one that goes in line with your eyebrow and it almost makes you think you're furrowing your brow. I can see it. My eyebrows are always furrowed. I always look mad. I have RBF. I have RBF. I already bark at, you know what, never mind. The anonymity, yes. The anonymity. I love being anonymous. I don't want people knowing what I look like or how old I am or where I live or anything. Or anything. She Angie? Dude, that was something who, like, when I first got my model, I was like, this bitch too happy. Can we change that? I was like, oh, can we fix her face a little? Like, why is she like always happy? So we fixed the rigging a little bit to not be so happy. I was like, that's not me. Sorry, that's not me. That many is nice for VTubing. Some viewers seem to like it for convenience too. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I don't have to put on makeup or clothes. I like the smirk you have. That's just my mouth. That's just rigging. That's not even like a toggle or anything. That's just me and my mouth. My tooth. Who smiles this much for real? I don't want to have default smile. It should have to take work for me to smile. I don't know, when streaming you seem pretty happy. Do I? Do I? Really? Should have made a permanent single tooth face. Yeah. This is my default face now. DreamWorks face. I told my online friend that it was, if I was ever to go radio silent, they'd be fucked because there's no way any of them can reach out to anyone I know IRL. Well, fortunately for me, a handful of my online friends became my IRL friends and live relatively nearby me. And we all have ourselves on an app that tracks our location. So whenever we do something particularly dangerous, we're like, hey, you know where I am. If I don't reply in a couple hours, come find me. We know where we are at each, because we track each other. Only my really, really close friends. Shineki, we never know. You'd never know that I don't wear pants. Or shirts sometimes. I mean, you seem to be enjoying yourself when you're with us. I love streaming. It's fun and awesome. And I love to talk and yap and chat. They look so derpy but cute. That's my special smirk. That's really sweet. Yeah, I would say that is a bit creepy, but I know that for girls is far. Yeah, for me it was like back when I was on dating apps and I was going on dates, I'd be like, okay, I'm going on a date, here's the address, but also track me, but also if I don't reply for 2 hours, call someone. But sometimes we would just use it on each other, be like, hey, are you at blah, blah, blah? I see you. Yeah, but it's only my really, really close friends that I trust with that. And then we have one random friend in Australia that will just be like, yep, still in Australia. And we have like one friend in Indonesia and we're like, yep, still in Indonesia. Call the SWAT. I hate dating apps. They never worked out for me, Sally. Nope, me neither. Fucking bad. I'm watching you. I know where you live. Yep. I've gotten a picture of me walking outside of like a restaurant before, and then I look at the app. I'm like, oh, they're across the street. OCE mention? What's the OCE? Get on eHarmony? Does eHarmony still exist? Isn't that for like old people? Isn't eHarmony like for old people? Oceania, basically. Oh, Oceania, 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 Oceania. Indonesia's also kind of there. Indonesia, Southeast Asia. I should know you live, pay my money, you dork. eHarmony, yeah, that's like the world's first dating app, I think. I think nobody uses it. Yeah. What's really exciting is when one of us goes travel abroad and then we could see them go to a different country on the map. And then sometimes they'll meet up with our abroad friends and we see them convene on the map. I've used this dating app called Boo. I've heard of that. That's the nerd ass one, right? Yeah, but just an ocean away from Australia. Oh, I want to go to Australia. I have a bestie that lives in Australia. Oh, that's for old people. Forget eHarmony, go on Christian Mingle. Oh, aren't you old? Me? I mean, millennials are basically boomers. No, they're not. They're not. Millennials are not boomers. Millennials are not boomers. What the fuck? No. I'm on the young side of millennials. I'm very hip with the times. I'm very hip. I'm very young and fresh. Maybe I should just say fuck it, switch it up, and hop on Grindr. That's the spirit. 30-year-old boomer. I'm not 30. That's crazy. Millennials aren't 30. Oh, millennials are 30. But not all of millennials. I actually don't really know when the cutoff is. She's crumbling to dust as you speak. Ugh. Your aunt now, girl. Pack it up. Ugh. Sorry, but you're old source and millennial. 30-year-old is millennial, right? 30-year-old is millennial, right? Because my cousin is like an old millennial, and she's like 40 something. Dude, I think she's like almost 50. I have a very big family. My dad has 5 older sisters and 1 younger brother, and my mom has 3 older sisters and 2 younger brothers. So our age ranges as cousins is very large. The cutoff to changing. Oh, millennials are 3rd. Gen Z ends at 28. Oh, millennials are up to 35, I think. No, 35. No, I thought my cousin's a millennial and she's like 40 something. Millennial is 30 average, I think. That's Gen X age. I know that Benny isn't 30 because there's stuff I know and Benny is like, what? That's how mine is. I have cousins that just hit 16. I'm 33. Yeah, we have a very, very wide range. Yeah, my dad had a sister that died when he was a child in a car accident, and she had already had a husband and a child when he was a kid. So like our age ranges are just vastly like I have a cousin that's like 50 and has 2 kids, and both of them, one has already graduated college and one is currently in college. And I'm my age, and I'm like, can't believe you are my cousin. Millennials from 81 to 96, so pack it up. I'm forever 25. You know how old here besides Benny? Yeah. That's fun and chaotic, yeah. I also have cousins that are younger than me, which is crazy. I'm closer in age to my cousin's children. 25 season 2? Season, yeah. Let's go with that. Yeah. I've never aged past the age of 25. I've been 25 for a bit. Forever 25. Oh no, Benny is already too old. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Forever 25. Yeah, Forever 25. Did you take your Flintstone gummies today? Flintstone gummies! I haven't had those since I was a wee babby. Do they still make those? I mean, why would they still make those? Kids don't even know what the Flintstones are these days. Can they even watch the Flintstones? Like, they would be like, who the fuck are these vitamins of? You should be making them Minions gummies. Minions pills. Wait, dude, I saw them in Walgreens the other day. Skibbity toilet gummies. They still make Fruity Cocoa Pebble. I know they make Fruity Cocoa Pebble cereal. Oh, I guess they are on those cereal boxes, huh? Almost like Flintstones is his own thing, Benny. But they don't air Flintstones on the TV, and it's not like Flintstones really have merch or anything. I feel like the kids wouldn't know what the Flintstones are. I think it's on Boomerang. Who even watches TV? I bet there is Minions gummies or shit like that. I was tempted to buy them just for old time's sake. Did I ever tell you that when I was a baby, my mom? Remember when, was it Trump, like a couple months ago, that was like, Tylenol. Actually, Tylenol causes autism. Where's the Trump voice? What's something that he says? I feel like I have the voice, but I forget what he sounds like because I don't listen to him. What is something he says? That's fake news. RFK. Oh, huge. It's huge. we're gonna build a wall. Anyways, well, so I guess it was RFK that said that Tylenol causes autism. And then I was remembering that, which is not real, by the way. But I remember that my mom told me that when I was a baby, she accidentally left an open bottle of Tylenol next to me, and I swallowed the whole bottle. And they had to get me to the emergency room in an ambulance so the doctor could pump my stomach. And I was like, Mom, your fault. That's why I messed up. He literally would have died. Yeah, they pumped my stomach. He also told people to inject bleach or something. What a guy. What a guy. The fuck? Yeah. That explains everything. Listen. I'm fine. They didn't pump it honestly on you properly. Me and my sister had a couple accidents. My sister, when she was a toddler, or toddler, we had like a glass table in our living room, and she jumped on top of it and shattered it. And she has a massive scar across like some of her toes that she got when she was a toddler because of the glass table. Yeah. She's also broken her bones before and gotten a couple surgeries. One time she got such a surgery and she was in so much pain she had to get a spinal tap as like a teen. I remember that. That girl feels like no pain. My sister doesn't feel pain. Glass table, say less. That's just asking for this. And what's crazy is that I know I grew up with a glass table even after that. My parents just like the aesthetic, I guess. But yeah, I never had to have a surgery in my life, but my sister's had quite a few surgeries. She also had a giant cyst like in her neck at one point that she had to get removed. But then like she just never was afraid of it. Like she just don't feel pain. That girl don't feel pain every time. Crazy because she's super religious stuff, right? She's the one that has tattoos and a bunch of piercings in her ears. And I'm pretty sure the Bible says something about that. So yeah, funny girl. I vaguely remember being in an accident as a kid. Whoa, I was never in an accident. I was just punched by my parents. Art student part is showing. Yeah, my sister majored in my sister had a double major in fine arts because she was a painter and psychology. She wanted to be an art psychologist, And then she didn't. And then she didn't. I started working furniture, so much glass tables. It's wild how fragile they are. I know, glass. I mean, I have to admit, glass does look nice, but like, don't have that around kids, man. Not even around me. Nice, that's the equivalent of someone claiming to be religious but drinks and never prays. I somehow never broke any bone. Me neither. I think I'm very, very afraid of ever breaking a bone. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid of pain and surgeries. Freaks me out. Same. Yeah. It's terrifying to think about. At most, I've sprained my ankle. Oh yeah, I've sprained an ankle. I've sprained my ankle a lot in Taekwondo. A lot. I'm still figuring out what I want to do. I wanted to be an English teacher, but with all the shit going on with AI, I'm glad I never went through with it. Yeah, brother. English is not where it's at, and that's coming from me as an English major. I also thought about going into teaching, but I don't. Listen, kids are fine. I don't want to be their teacher. Same, I get nervous even for needles. Yeah. Whenever I get like an injection or my blood drawn or a shot, I can't look. I have to look away. I'm diabetic, so I'm used to needles. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Being a teacher is pretty bad. Yeah. Because of my major, I know quite a few people who did go into teaching. You truly have to love being a teacher to be a teacher. They be using their own money for shit and not even getting paid well enough. And that's just tough job, man. I get out pain, but I'm afraid of time wasted with a broken bone. I'm afraid of pain. I'm afraid of pain. Shoot. Ooh. Eee. I don't want that. Education is the enemy of corruption. Slow decisions all around the world do everything to make it worse. The world we live in. The world we live in. Best course for any linguistics major these days is to be an interpreter or a tour guide, as far as I know. But who knows how long until area places those. Plus, to hear that you've done Taekwondo, I have a black belt. But I don't know if that means anything, because they just kind of handed that to anyone if you were there long enough. I couldn't be a teacher having to listen to Skinny Toilet. Bro, even when I was like a freshman in college and volunteering at schools, I volunteered for a few middle schools, and you know what was going on back then? There was a potato around the room, the other. Oh my god, I wanted to kill myself. And then there was 21. It was the 6-7 of its time, and it drove me insane. And then, and this was even outdated for them, but I think it had a resurgence because of TikTok or something. But it was a fucking Madagascar zebra, where he was like da, 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 circus, Afro circus. I wanted to kill myself. Oh my god, I could not be in that situation ever. No, I'd had enough just as a volunteer, and I wasn't even a teacher. I was there for swag. It was 9 + 10. Afro Circus, it had come back at some point. Maybe it was just the school I was at, but I was like, you guys weren't even there for Madagascar. Why are you saying this? Why are you saying this? I'm gonna kill myself. I think the 21 thing was the most annoying though, because they would just be shouting that whenever they want, and it was really annoying. Hearing Afro Circus just aggravate. The 13th reason why, yeah, it was not a fun time. Not a fun time. Yeah, I could not be a teacher. I like working at schools as not a teacher. Yeah, as like administration or something else. Stop it too early. And also, like, I think it was tough because I've worked at elementary, middle, and high schools, and I think I would have to settle for an elementary school because it's not that I mean, those kids are cute, and generally not formed enough yet to be mean to teachers. Middle school is absolute worst. They're crazy because they're trying too hard to be teenagers. But the thing is, I like high schoolers a lot. They're very funny and they're like becoming people. So you can have conversations with them. And like, they're like nice if you just treat them with respect, which often adults don't. So I have a lot of like hatred for media that portrays teenagers so poorly, because I'm like, you just hate kids. I don't know, because I have such a soft spot for like high schoolers, because all the ones that I like worked with were very just fun. Yeah, they're like assholes sometimes, but they're going through shit too. But the thing is, I can't work at high schools because like, one, I'm very afraid because of just the US of A is not good with high school and safety, and I am very paranoid, and that's not good for me. And two, whenever I worked at a high school, there'd always be some kind of like security person who'd be like, hey, you should be in class. And I'm like, I work here. Sir, I'm a substitute teacher. I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a child. I'm just like, I'm a substitute. Yeah. Do you remember that in that regard to high schoolers? Yeah, high schoolers are fun. I got to chaperone a prom once. That was funny. That was funny because I subbed for this one school that my friend was a full-time teacher at. And because I liked that school because my friend was there, I would be like, hey, if you need a sub, you just contact me directly. Because generally if you're a sub, you go on this hub and you can take jobs from any of the schools within a district that you're hired to. But I told them, if they need someone, I would take the job, so that almost all my sub jobs while I was in that district was just that one school because I liked them. So because I was there so often, they're like, do you want to chaperone the prom? And I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. It was really fun. It was really fun. It was also fun because like it was so different from my own prom. Were you the wing woman substitute? No, but I did eavesdrop on their love romance love lines and stuff. It was very fun. But like it was very different from my prom, and because I went to a very like Asian, and the area I lived in was very Asian and white, so it was just, my prom was just kind of lame, boring. But the one I went to, this area was predominantly Latino, so the DJ was playing like a lot of like Latino music and Mexican music, and like all the kids would like freak out and like be doing their dances, and I was like, this is awesome. Shout out to today's middle and high school teachers. I don't know how they can handle teen stay. I myself have seen was primes on why girls prefer older guys with more maturity. Oh, juicy. No, but their music is fucking popping. But like the DJ was also like Mexican, I believe, and so he was playing all the hits, and it was really fun. Culture differences be like, yeah, it was popping. It was popping. It was just cute watching them all dress up and like be there and hanging out. And it was actually, you know, because I remember when I was in high school and we had our dances and our proms, like we were kind of nasty with our dancing. Like, do you guys remember like grinding up on each other? Like that was the big thing, grinding, where you're basically like dry humping on the middle of the stage. And like the teens these days, they don't do that. I'm like, wow, you guys are pretty like tame. Like, I was expecting to have to be like, hey, leave space for Jesus. Leave space for Jesus. But I didn't have to do that. I never did it, but I remember it. The one thing I didn't like though was that back in my day, in our school dances, there were quite a few, like we would have fast songs, but every few songs there would be a slow song, right? They don't do slow songs anymore. Man, at the prom that I was chaperoning at, I think they did like 2 slow songs the whole night. I was like, whatever happened to romance, huh? Where's the slow songs, huh? Nope, didn't go to prom. I mean, I went stag. I didn't have a date. I went with my friends. So I still had a good time. Current middle and high school kids did miss 3 to 4 years of social development. Let Jesus break dance. Romance is dead, I guess. Slow dancing kind of awkward. What? That was like, if you were crushing on someone, that was always the time to ask them out. By asking them to dance and them asking them out. Do you think kids have the attention span to sit through? Oh, really? But I feel like if like you're in love and you're a teenager, you want to get your feelings across. That's the perfect moment. I didn't go to prom. I didn't see the point. That's fine. I liked going to dances in general. I mean, I wish I had a date, but nobody asked me, so I was like, no. I'm still gonna go with my friends. I didn't grind, or at least I don't remember doing it. I don't remember much of my prom because I was messed up on painkillers to break my shoulder the other day. Oh my goodness. Boy, shout out. Adults don't have the attention span either. Comes back, you would definitely know the strategy, right, Benny? Right? The strategy for what? Strategy for what? Same here. No one asked me. Yeah. No one asked me. No one asked me. But I still had fun. The slow dancing. I mean, because we had dances starting from middle school to high school, so I didn't have really slow dance opportunities in high school because I was no longer popular in high school. But in middle school, I had boyfriends. People were asking me to slow dance. In high school, not so much. I didn't go to prom, but I went to turnabout, which is like reverse prom. Oh, Sadie Hawkins. I asked guys out for Sadie Hawkins, and they never said yes. Yup. Well, to be fair, one of them was way out of my league, so that makes sense. But peaked in middle school, yeah. 100% peaked in middle school. I was very popular in middle school, but that's not even really dating, you know? You don't go on dates. You can't do anything. And then I got to high school, and I fell in with that guy, one guy, and he ruined my life. And then that was the last boyfriend I ever had. Bye, have a good night. Well, the reason I went was because I had to go for royalty pictures because someone got picked as one. Whoa, that's cool. Relatable, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I had plenty of crushes on guys in school, but they always liked my friends, and I would help them get together because I'm weird. Yeah, I don't know. I remember asking a girl to go to prom. Then months later, she sort of accused me of forcing her to go with prom with me, and I was like, okay, like what? That's weird. Ew. I was in the DJ club at my high school. I remember DJing the junior prom on a ferry. That's cool. You had prom on a ferry, just like in Teen Titans. There was an episode where Robin was forced to go on a date with Kitty, the daughter of Killer Moth, and the prom was on a boat. And Starfire showed up in a dress. I remember that. I wish I went to prom. Sorry. Hopefully for those giant spiders. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that episode very vividly because I was in love with Robin. There was one girl I was really into, but never went anywhere. I was too big of a coward. I'd be like that, man. My friend threw in adult prom, which is like normal prom, but with an open bar. That sounds fun. Teen Titans reference, fuck yeah. I was obsessed. Teen Titans was like my life for a while. I fucking love Teen Titans. Love Teen Titans. Yeah, I really liked going to dances. That iteration of Robin was a menace. That iteration of Robin is a combination of Dick, Tim, and Jason. Like, he's a combination of all of them. I think I remember that episode. Wasn't Robin blackmailed into going? Yeah, so Killer Moth had like a bunch of larvae that he was threatening to send, like a bunch of little baby moths he was threatening to send all over the city if Robin didn't go on a date with his daughter to prom because his daughter liked him. And so while he was going to prom with his daughter, the rest of the Teen Titans were looking for Killer Moth's base to kill all the larvae. And that's where Starfire gets her pet larva. I think I remember the episode. Because I've seen Teen Titans, Robin can solo Thanos. Probably. So I remember the Teen Titans movie and him knee dropping the dude. Yeah. I imagine that Robin would have been quite different if Damian Hanks' when that was made. And he was always more like, he's like the responsible and like smart one, but he's also very angry and crazy. That's where she got Suki. Is that the name of the larva? I don't remember, but yeah, that was one of the baby larvae that she kept from that episode. I remember that. I thought it was Silky. Is it Silky? Silky would make sense. Silky Suki sounds similar. Silky was a name. Yeah, that's where she got Silky. One moment to Google. That is where she got that thing. I remember Starfire showing up at the prom too and being super jealous. And he was like, "What are you doing here?" And she's like, "Well, I have to protect you from that girl because she's scary and crazy." And then yeah. I watched Teen Titans Go? Oh no. Not that one. That's nothing like Teen Titans. That's nothing. And I miss seeing Teen Titans? Yeah. Me too. It was so good. So good. Silky was the name. Anyways, I think I gotta wrap up here, guys, because I gotta record stuff. Teen Titans Go is another level of Unhinged. It's its own thing. It's not for me. It's for kids. Kids really like it, but I will never watch it. It looks awful. The Go movie was funny, but the show hit or miss. What's the Scooby-Doo? Was my hair... What's new? What's new? What's the Scooby-Doo? They're coming after you. We're gonna solve the mystery. I see you, Scooby-Doo. Going after you. Good song. Thanks, Rishi. Welcome back. Thank you. There you go. TTYL. Oh my god, I'll talk to you later. Let me see who is online. Oh, Byra. Byra. Thanks for the Yaps, Seth. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, she's doing ASMR perfect. Right, guys, we're gonna go listen to some ASMR. You ready for some ASMR? I love Civil Plan. Yeah, me too. Thanks for streaming. Okay, guys, remember also though, I will be back in some hours because I have the first slot for Sarah and Strawny's Cozy ASMR Relay at 3 a.m. So there's that. I'm crazy. I'm actually gonna try to record something so I don't have to do it live, but I still have to be up to play it live. But we'll see if I even get the recording done, because recording ASMR for an hour sounds like really intense. So it might be live. I don't know if I can't make something. Good luck with that. My ass will be asleep. Well, it'll be a VOD. So yeah, that's at 3 a.m. If anyone's around, that'll be at 3 a.m. And then I have another ASMR relay the next day at 5 p.m. But that is a much more doable time. I think I'll be getting home from work at that point. Huh? If you need to wind down, there will be some ASMR. 5 a.m. for me. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. But yeah, anyways, thanks guys. Thanks for being here, for chatting with me on my stream back on YouTube, even though I did do our play yesterday, but I was on YouTube till now. Sorry I was gone for so long. I didn't expect to be gone for that long. It happened, and I was very tired after my trip and my airport purgatory hell. So bye. Have a good rest of your night. I will see you at 3 a.m. or the next day at 5 p.m. Maybe without Benny on YouTube? Yeah. We're just glad you're back safe. Me too. Have a good night. Thanks for stream. Welcome back. Was not expecting to Benny on a Friday evening. Have a good rest. Thank y'all. Good night. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Bye.